Hi everyone, good evening. I wanted to give you an update as far as work that we have left to do. But before I do that, I wanted to share something with you. I was looking through my cupboard today and I happened to see this Garmin Nuvi, which was my original GPS probably 8 years ago. And at that time, it seems like GPSs were in its infancy. And I used this, oh my gosh, for the longest time, maybe 6 years, and then I decided to buy another one, and it was a Leap Forward, and I actually bought another one, I think maybe a year or two ago, and then last night I bought this one for my wife. It's the Garmin 2557, and I believe I paid maybe 250 or something for this original one, and for this one the list price is $212 with tax on Amazon, but someone on Craigslist got it as a gift, and they use an iPhone, and so they didn't want a GPS, so I got it like half the cost. So very good deal. But the reason why I mention that is, this new GPS has a 5-inch screen. It has traffic updates, which you didn't used to have, and then it has map updates. So you can update the map as much as you want, I guess, because more cell phones have GPS devices on them. And it has really cool features, like when you're getting off of an exit, and then it'll split and it'll actually show like the trees and everything at the exit, which I thought was fascinating. And then last night I was driving in North Huntington, and it shows like banks and restaurants, and even there was a little icon on there for GetGo gas station. So I was like, boy, this is really cool. So the technology has advanced by leaps and bounds. I also, I have an original Kodak camera. It's like one of those docking cameras, and it was very, very basic. But I know that I probably paid $300 or $400 for it. And I remember 10 years ago in this technical communication class that I had a student that bought a 2 megapixel camera with 2 or 3x zoom for $999 at JR's Camera World in New York City. And of course now for $200 or $300 you can buy a 12 to 16 megapixel camera, and you can get anywhere from 10 to like 18x zoom. I mean, you can really get some great cameras, and even these days it amazes me that you have these underwater cameras, or ones that you can really drop from quite a distance and won't break. And it's amazing, sport cameras and so on. So technology-wise, there's so much more that you can do. And it always surprises me when students do some of these projects in class, some of the products that are available, today for consumers. You can get such professional quality items, and at a very, very good price overall. I wanted to mention to you for this Friday, June 28th, you have to submit the quiz, and there are 12 questions on it. If you have the MyTechCom Lab, it would be to your advantage to go in and use the ebook, because you can search electronically for the information. But if you don't, you can do it the other way. But it's 12 questions, and you can take as long as you like for it. And again, it's due by midnight on Friday, June 28th. With that one, there is no reason for an extension. If you don't get it in, you're not going to get any points, and I'm going to be crystal clear on that. So make sure to take care of that. I also wanted to mention to you the week of July 5th, that Friday, July 5th. It's a pretty light week, and what we're going to be doing for that week is you just have to do a discussion board posting on a product that is harmful, that is made to look more appealing. And I will give you a perfect example. I get a good number of magazines, but Sports Illustrated I look at, Bicycle Magazine, but they have so many ads in these magazines, like for 5 Hour Energy Drink and Rockstar and some of the others. And it's amazing though how they have, they show a person snow skiing off the steepest mountain, and then they use like a parachute, after they go off the side of a cliff. And of course they were drinking Rockstar or Vault or whatever Red Bull, for breakfast that day. And I also see now, when I was down in Nashville, they had a product from Mountain Dew that's a morning drink for drinking Mountain Dew. So of course they want you to drink it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and so on. There was actually a commercial, I mean not a commercial, a segment on Primetime Live, and Diane Sawyer went down to Appalachia region of Kentucky, and it showed these people that drank all this Mountain Dew, that Pepsi product, and they just said that they had rotten teeth and a whole series of side effects. But again, Mountain Dew, they just show it as an energizing drink, but not necessarily show so. And then, of course, like with cigarettes and beer and all types of alcohol, diet drugs and everything. So anyhow, that's the assignment that you have to look at. If you can include the actual picture, that would be helpful to do. And there's like 3 points of criteria, so you just have to use a paragraph for each one. The other point that I wanted to mention to you, and I have that in the announcement, the written instructions that you have to create for this class is not actually due until the 19th of July. But if you, with your proposal, if you wanted to start working on those, I mean on the proposal, but on the written instructions, I would advise you to do so, because you can get them done, and if you wanted to get them done sooner, that would naturally be to your advantage overall. But there's in chapter 8 in our textbook, there's about 10 pages there, and it really describes how to write good written instructions. And as much as possible, if you can take your own if you can take your own pictures, that's better, because then you can control the images, and it's much more effective. Because I've had everything under the sun, for this class, like sports related, first aid, cooking, baking, repairing, and so on. I've seen quite a lot of good instructions. So anyhow, those aren't due until the 19th. And then just one other point that I wanted to mention to you is, when you do your consumer report, we've done a proposal, and the next thing that we're going to be doing for July 12th is the summary of sources for your consumer report. And they're actually, I'll go in and mention these to you, because there are a few examples in the assignment section that I just definitely wanted to refer you to with those. And like I said, I know this is a little bit ahead of us, but it's good to review where we have to go and so on. So all right, if you scroll down a little bit, and it says summary of sources, and there's sample of summary of sources, and you can see consumer reports memo, which is the first one. And if you click on that and you open it up, you'll see that this one is in a memo format. It's taken me a little bit of time to get this document to open. Sorry about that. But it's Matt McDermott, who I had in this class in 2010, and since then Matt has graduated from, he was an electronics major at WCCC, and then he went to Penn State, was in nanotechnology. So I've been in touch with him, but you can see his cameras, and he has more than the required numbers of sources. He has 9. For the summary of sources, you actually just need to do 4 of them. If you want to list 6, that's okay. But see how he has the date, then my name and my title, his name, and he uses MM, and it's Lucinda handwriting. He bolded that, and then he has consumer report sources. And then you can see he gives the camera brand and the model of each one, and then the types of sources and the citations for each one. But the big thing that I just wanted to tell you with the summary of sources is that you have to write a summary and indicate what the site said. What's the advantages? What's the features? What's the benefits? And you can see, he does a good job. What I like that he does too is Consumer Reports. It's a great source to use, and you can access that through the WCCC library site. eOpinions, which I like, CNET, which is a good one, of course, Best Buy, Ritz Camera, and I always tell students if they're doing a camera-related one, even to go to the Ritz Camera store in our locality, and then he does Canon, Nikon, and so on, and Macworld, and then he actually went to the Ritz Camera store here in Greensburg, and then he asked me for a response within a week. So that's what that looks like. And I'll look at one more. It says J. Kozar sources, and like I said, I just wanted you to take a look at some of these. And sorry, it's taking a little bit of time to open, but I like to have examples. And this is Jillian Kozar, and she actually, I don't know why she didn't use 3 cribs. She should have, but the format with this one is good. And you also, when you use websites, you should get the date you access them because they can change. But I just wanted to show you, what they look like. And then just the other assignment that we're going to be doing for the 12th of July is a resume assignment. And if you have a resume, that's fine. You can upload it to this website. But I'm going to have you, it's College Central. It's a WCCC website, and I'm going to have you create, and if you don't have, create and upload a resume, and if you have one, you can upload it, and then I'm going to have you insert 3 documents in the portfolio section that, we have done for this class. And again, as I told you, for the 19th, you have to create your own written instructions, and there's plenty of examples and assignments on that. Also wanted to tell you with your consumer report, if you submit those by midnight on Friday, July 19th, you will gain an additional 20 points. If you submit them by midnight on Friday, July 26th, you'll get an additional 10 points bonus. And then the last day that you can submit those is midnight on Friday, August 2nd. So probably about half the students in this class, submit. And I really wanted to mention to you is, if you use our website through EBSCOhost, they have lots of really good sources, like Consumer Reports and, a variety of periodicals and so on. But as much as possible, don't use all websites if you can avoid it. If you can actually do a store visit, that's to your advantage. And, like I said, there's other options that you can do, like magazines and, different things of that nature. And one other suggestion for you is if you don't have that much experience with using like Works Cited with the MLA format, you can even use the APA, but the MLA is a little bit simpler, to be honest. You can go to that easybib.com website, and it's available through our library site, or you can even go to the website directly. And Microsoft Word, if you look under references, it also has a citation generator, so you can use that as well. For the technical communication class, this is not a research writing class. It's a for the consumer report, it's a report writing sort of situation. So for that, I don't go and say, well, you had the period in the wrong spot and everything. I just want to make it easier for you to do. So that's why I suggest that citation, generator. And just one other comment that I wanted to tell you is, for this class, save all the documents you've done. You can keep them on your thumb drive or keep them in some location like Google Docs, or, as I said, we're going to be using College Central, and you can store documents in there as well. But it's a good idea to have examples of documents you've created, because we do quite a few in this class, and I feel, that you really get to cover everything, in my opinion, for technical communication as much as needed. So from A to Z. So Anyhow, I'm right about 15 minutes, and that's all the time that I have. Thank you.